Welcome to Mindshift, where we expand minds and shift reality, step beyond the pixels, question everything. What if I told you that this very moment, the air you are breathing, the chair you are sitting on, the memories you hold so dear, are not real? What if everything you have ever known is part of an elaborate, perfectly constructed illusion? Look at your hands. They seem solid. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. It feels undeniably real. But how can you be certain? Our senses are the only tools we have to interpret the world, but they can be fooled. We see magic tricks. We experience optical illusions. We dream entire lifetimes in a single night. Could it be that what we call reality is just the most convincing trick of all? This question is not new. For centuries, philosophers have wondered about the nature of our existence. Plato spoke of prisoners in a cave, mistaking shadows on a wall for the real world. He urged us to consider if we too are staring at mere reflections of a higher truth. Today, that ancient question has a modern technological twist. We are no longer talking about shadows and caves, bits and bytes, algorithms, processors. The question has evolved. Are we living inside a computer program, an ancestor simulation created by a far more advanced civilization? Your life, your loves, your struggles, could they be lines of code? But to dismiss this idea as mere science fiction is to ignore where our own technology is heading. We stand at a precipice, looking into a future where we become creators of worlds, crafting digital universes so realistic, the beings inside them might never suspect their own nature. It forces us to look in the mirror. If we are on the verge of creating such simulations, who is to say it hasn't already been done to us? The logic is eerily simple. If any civilization anywhere in the cosmos reached a technological stage just slightly beyond our own, they would have the power to simulate universes, and they would likely run billions of them. For scientific research, for historical reenactment, for entertainment. Statistically, if such simulations are possible, it is far more probable we live in one of countless simulated realities than in the single base reality. The odds, it seems, are not in our favor. So what is the simulation hypothesis, really? At its heart, it is a simple but profound idea. It proposes that our universe, with all its laws of physics, its galaxies, its conscious inhabitants, is an artificial reality. It is a computer-generated world. Think of the most advanced video game you can imagine. A world so detailed, so immersive, that the characters within it develop their own consciousness. They would form societies. They would study the laws of their digital world, calling it physics. They would look up at their pixelated sky and wonder if they are alone. They would have no way of knowing their world was running on a server in someone else's universe. If our world is a simulation, we might expect to find clues in its fundamental workings. And you know, it's when we peer into the deepest, strangest corners of our reality, the realm of quantum physics, that things get truly bizarre. Here, the solid, predictable world we know seems to dissolve. Particles exist in a haze of probability, in multiple places at once until we look at them. It is as if the universe doesn't bother rendering the details until a conscious observer demands it. This is eerily similar to how a video game engine works. To save processing power, a game does not render the entire world all at once. It only renders what is in the player's field of view. The city block behind you doesn't exist in detail until you turn around. Look around you. Look at what we, as a species, are becoming capable of. Every year, our video games become more realistic, their worlds more expansive, their characters more intelligent. We are crafting digital environments that are nearly indistinguishable from photographs. We are developing artificial intelligence that can learn, adapt, and even create art. We are taking the first, tentative steps toward becoming the very gods we speculate about. Our own technological progress is the strongest argument that a simulated reality is not just possible, but perhaps inevitable. Consider the trajectory of computing power. It grows exponentially. What takes a supercomputer a year to process today, a desktop machine will handle in a decade. A phone will handle it in 20 years. Project this trend forward, not just for decades, but for centuries or millennia. A civilization that has existed for 1,000,000 years longer than us would possess computational power that is, to our minds, infinite. So we come to the final and perhaps most unsettling question. If we are living inside a computer simulation, who or what is running it? And why? This question takes us beyond the realm of physics, theology, philosophy, into pure speculation. As we explore the universe, perhaps we should look for the exit command, or maybe the signature of the artist.